Hi everyone, my name is Heidi and I want you to follow along because today is day 2 and we are at the Expo Hall in Salt Lake City at the Salt Palace, and for the millions of people that are joining in, we want to show you what you can experience not just in person but online. Take a look. Welcome to RootsTech 2026 by Family Search. We have a ball pit where people of all ages are enjoying having fun in balls. And why ball pits, you may ask? It's because the Family Search team traveled across the world to bring so many wonderful, inspiring messages to you that are all available at rootstech.org of people that are famous and that are well known from the Philippines, from Portugal, from so many parts in the world, that share their stories and experiences of finding connections and finding, oh, there we go. There's a good example of what I'm talking about. Finding connections with each other and with their past, and just to demonstrate how universal of a theme it is to find connection, not just with family members and with ancestors, but with strangers. Make sure that you're watching all of these messages at rootstech.org. And today we have so much in store for you. I'm going to walk you around because, guys, there is so much in store to go ahead and experience, especially because this expo hall is available online too. So let's take a look over here. We have the My Heritage booth, and it's ginormous. And we actually have dozens of people that are learning and experiencing live demos. One of the things that I love the most about RootsTech is that everything that you see here is going to be something that you can experience online. Sorry, we have people that we're bumping into, but it's because we want to show you the best of the best. So it's all worth it. Online, you can ask all of the entities, the different industry friends that you see here. You can ask them questions. You can chat with other participants as you're watching the hundreds of classes that are available to you for free. So if you're in person, we're glad that you're enjoying the expo hall in person. But if you're watching from the comfort of your couch, this is also available to you. I want to share a little bit about what it is that our friends here at America 250 are doing to make sure that connections are made in preparation for our country's 250th birthday. And we've got Ann Metcalf here. Hi, Ann. How are you doing today? Good. That's so awesome. So here's the mic. You can just hold on to it. And tell us a little bit about this crazy booth here. Like you walk and you just can't miss it. So, what is this about?
So Family Search, we are an official programming partner with the National America 250 organization. And so we are excited to share with people or preserve the stories of everyday Americans and how they have affected the U.S.'s history. So we have this great board where we are asking people where their ancestors were in 1776.
Okay.
And so it's kind of fun to see.
These magnets, what do they represent?
Yeah, this is where ancestors were. So it's kind of fun to see just where their ancestors were during our Revolutionary War. So we did have a lot of people who were in the colonies over here, which is amazing. And then, of course, a lot of people who were from Europe. But it's fun to see, again, just where everyone's ancestors are, and it kind of represents who we are as the United States, that we are a diverse group here.
Yeah. So. And you know, America 250 is it's something that I've seen everywhere. I've seen it, we saw the Super Bowl, I feel like.
Yeah.
We've seen it on like the football players' uniforms. Like everyone is talking about America 250. So Family Search's involvement in this historic milestone is such a big deal.
Yeah.
And any other, like, how can people get involved with this whole America 250 movement from the family history side and Family Search side of things?
So we do have a landing page on Family Search that people can go to, and
that sounds like so much fun.
You're involved. You can also visit the America250.org site, look at the programming partners there, and find Family Search. And so you can learn, again, more about what we're doing with America 250.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. So family history is a huge part of Our American Story. And if you want more information, go to the pages that Anne just talked to you about, and we will make sure that we include them in the comments. Guys, where were your ancestors in 1776? Okay, thanks, Anne. Thank you so much. Okay, let's keep on walking because there's just so much. And as we walk, I'm just going to describe to you what it is that we're seeing. We're going to head over to a section, and there are so many sections here, by the way, that is going to be a really large representation of all of the genealogical societies and organizations from all over the world. Family history, as we know, is something that connects us all. And so seeing such diverse groups coming here and making sure that information is available to all of us, no matter where our ancestral heritage is from, is something that is just so mind-blowing, and it's very inspiring. And just a quick fact that I think is just so spectacular is that this RootsTech, we actually have double the number of groups that are presenting or sharing their information here. And so it just goes to show that family history is something that's continually growing. Okay, follow along. So now we are in the Society's Pavilion. So if you have ancestral heritage that is Jewish or that is African or that is, you name it, there are societies and organizations that you can connect with to better understand your identity. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some connections with a few of them. This is so much fun. I could get lost here for hours. And before we go and talk to some of our friends, I want to show you something really interesting. So you've got these record your story family search booths. So if you're wondering, how can I record my grandma's story? Or how can I make sure that I add what I know so that it's preserved forever? Guys, Family Search does that. So we have some awesome booths that people can actually walk into and take a look inside. Hopefully no one's there. But you can go in there, and this is a booth where you can record your favorite memories and you can preserve them on Family Search. Love it. And honestly, I think it's a great way to escape all of the chaos because this is so busy. Sorry, excuse us. Okay, so we're going to go and talk to our friends here at the Black Family Genealogy and History Society. Guys, how are you doing?
Good.
That's so good.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, thank you for saying hello. So can you talk to us a little bit about who you are and what you guys are doing here?
We're the Black Family Genealogy Historical Society. We're located in Phoenix. That's where our physical location is. But we are, since COVID, we've actually been online. So many of our members are from across the country. Our primary purpose as a society is to help African Americans with their genealogical research, and especially getting through some of the known hoops and barriers that
Absolutely.
are difficult for people who are trying to do this research. But I'm going to let Mike talk about his project, the Enslaved Project. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, talk to us, Mike.
So our society is doing this project where we are helping, the volunteers help to take people from the censuses who were black families born during slavery years, and help put them into the family tree, the Family Search family tree, as families, so their descendants can have a line back to their enslaved ancestors.
That's incredible work. And so when you're talking to people about the effort that you're putting into this, what are people saying?
Well, they love it. I mean, even the volunteers, it's very easy. You don't have to have any research experience to do it. It uses some specialized tools that all they have to do is decide, does this census record belong to this person that's already in family tree? And then we have a tool that will just capture all the information, the sources, add the missing people. And so it's building out these families that would otherwise never know how they were related.
That's such meaningful work. So you're saying that anybody can contribute to what you're doing?
They can. And so we've been giving out these postcards. There's a little QR code that shows how, what it tells about the project.
Okay, so if you want to go and make sure that you can, if you want to volunteer, you can go to tinyurl.com/enslaved project, right?
Right.
Okay.
We'll send them more information and instructions.
That is so neat. And, we have so many people when we are when we create social media content on Family Search that are just always wanting to understand more about their African American heritage. And so thank you for what you do. It's so important, and we're so glad that it's impacting so many lives. And thanks for giving people an opportunity to contribute back, because we talk to everyone, and everyone in the family history community is just so wanting to make sure that everyone is supported. So thank you, and good luck. Thanks, guys. Wow, I'm just in awe that there are these organizations that give everyone an opportunity to contribute to helping others find out more about who they are. So let's go ahead and connect with the certificate, which means get certified in Spanish. Hi, how are you doing today?
How are you?
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do? What do you guys do? I see a lot of Spanish here.
I know it is for. This is a group in Mexico. It recognizes that the government to certify on genealogies over there. So
Wow. Okay, so what are you guys doing here today? What's your core message?
that you need to study. You need to be prepared to share. To help people to find their ancestors, and if you have a certification, you can do it as it is supposed to be.
And can I ask you, just like, that's amazing that the government is so is prioritizing making sure that people are getting certified in family history skills. How, when you talk to people, what is their reaction?
It is so fun how people didn't find that before. There's not another institution that do that over there, so they feel that confidence that we are prepared to help them and that we are doing the things in the right way.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Well, you're inspiring me because I'm bilingual and I am not even certified in English, but you know what? I have hope that one day I can be certified in Spanish. So, me certificaré. I will get certified someday. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for being here. So, you're visiting us from Mexico?
Yes. No, I'm local.
Okay.
Got the classes here. They're over internet, so you
Oh
don't
my
have to be over
gosh.
there to take it. So
Look at that. So, it's just another reason to join efforts. So, if you speak Spanish, another organization, like, what is it called again? Certificate?
certificate, Instituto Mexicano para la certificación de genealogistas.
Okay, so it's the institution, the Mexican institution that for certification, for becoming a certified genealogist. So it's legit. So what she's saying is that you can do all of this online. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing more information. Thank you. It's crazy. I've been talking to so many people throughout these days here at RootsTech, and guys, everyone is just emphasizing how things used to be in the family history world and how modern it is right now, and how it is that everything is so, it can get digitized so fast compared to how it used to take people hours and hours. Jeez. And that's actually one of the core messages here at rootstech.org this year, is just that artificial intelligence, of course, when responsibly used, is something that can be a really, really strong force for good. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Oh my goodness, we've got to look at these t-shirts. Look at these fun t-shirts. Do you want one? Just one more record. Does that resemble anybody? If that's you, please say yes in the comments. And then I seek dead people. Okay, so we know where to get our favorite t-shirts for those of us that are obsessed with family history. Okay, so come on over. Let's go ahead and see what these are about. Okay, so we have the research and record retrieval at the National Archives, and this is the civilwarrecords.com. So we have so many groups here that represent not just different types of ancestral heritage, but the types of connections that you can make with people that maybe served in specific wars or are from specific countries. Okay. We also have a long list of, look at the gentleman here. I love that some people are dressed up in uniform. Okay. So we have a lot of things that are going on and a lot of fun vendors. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. And this looks like a lot of fun. Hi, how are you doing today? So what are you guys doing? Because I am drawn into all of the colors and the books that are here.
Glad that you are. We are trying to get little kids excited about their family history. There are lots of studies that show little kids who are familiar with their grandparents and ancestry are more resilient, they're more confident, they do better in life. They've got everybody backing them up.
Everyone thinks that family history is like a grandma and grandpa thing.
No, we want to change that. We want the kids to be excited about it too. So we take your family history stories and we turn them into children's books.
Can you show us an example?
Yes, absolutely. This was.
Look at this. This is professionally made.
We use AI to generate the images. It cuts down on the cost, minimizes the time it takes to create these illustrations. This is my third great aunt, Mary Shumway Westover. Her family joined the church in the Nauvoo era, and
look at those illustrations.
I know, they're just
so. How do you get a hold of all the information that's there?
We usually use Family Search. On their page, they'll have biographies and information about the individual. So we'll take that, compile the information, and summarize it in a young kid reading style.
Yeah.
So your 8-year-old can read this book and enjoy it and understand everything that's going on.
That is so wonderful. You're making family history accessible to every age.
Yes,
that is great. Where can people find you guys?
So we're based in St. George, but the website, familyhistorystorybooks.com.
Okay.
That's all the information you need
now
to
you
get
know.
started.
If you're a parent that's wanting to get your kid excited for family history, that is what you need to do. I love it. Now I'm going to go in.
He loves them, knows all of his great-grandparents' names, reads them all the time.
Because it brings them to life.
Absolutely.
That's so great. Thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you. Okay. Wow. I am just so in awe. There's so many storybooks over there. Okay. Oh. What do we have over here? Hello. Hi. What are you guys up to? Tell us your name and what you are doing here at RootsTech.
Hi, my name is Tara Hamblin, and we are just showing what we do for our business. So we transfer all of your old family memories to digital. So whether you have movie film, videotapes, slides, negatives, photos, audio, all of that, we transfer it to digital so you don't lose all of those family memories that you've had.
So many people have so many memories that are probably cooped up in Rubbermaid containers or in grandma and grandpa's closet. How important is it to digitize things?
Oh, it's definitely important. Otherwise, all of your family history gets lost. And there's so many people that, just think they'll get to it one day, and then all of a sudden they have a flood or a fire, or sometimes it just gets accidentally thrown away. But also, your media will degrade over time. So the sooner you get it done, the better it will be for them.
Awesome. And so when you have the final result of taking all of these different types of media and digitizing them, and you show them to people digitized, what are the reactions?
Oh, we have so many people that will see it, if they come into our lobby and they're crying and hugging us, we know each other, they're so appreciative and happy, and it's so great. It makes it all worthwhile.
That's so beautiful. That is just so great. We keep on meeting so many different groups of people that are doing meaningful work, and it just sounds like you're a part of that. So thank you so much for sharing more with us. Thank you guys. Good luck with all that you have going on. I am so guilty. I have so many photos that I have to scan. I need to use them. Okay, so let's walk around a little bit more. This is just the first quarter of the Expo Hall. This place is huge. Hi. Okay, we're gonna walk over here. Actually, I think we are supposed to walk over here. Here we go. Okay, Daughters of the American Revolution. Look at that representation over there. Speaking of America 250. Okay. We've got so many people here talking and getting questions answered and figuring out how they can make connections, more connections with their family history. Okay. Hello. Hi. Hello. Okay, so we want to talk to this gentleman over here because they are a part of the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Tell us who you are, please, and what are you guys doing here today? Is this your first RootsTech?
For me, it is.
It is.
I've been here previously. I'm Matthew Krebs, and I'm in the Point of the Mountain chapter of the Society of the Sons of the American Revolution, as you said. And we've got a special guest with us here today.
Hello.
I'm Dr. Samuel Adams. I'm a Patriot spy for the Americans.
It is such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, and coincidentally, my 5th great grandson is in that chapter.
Well, hello. It's so nice to know that you're related. Did you make this connection today?
No,
Not he and I.
He's got a descendant named Douglas Adams.
Oh,
that
okay,
wrote
okay.
a book about Dr. Samuel Adams.
Okay, got it.
I also wrote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the. No, I didn't.
No, different Douglas Adams.
Didn't write that. No.
So what are you guys doing here today?
Well, we are helping people connect with their patriot ancestors. And if anybody's interested in joining our society, we have monthly meetings and we host dinners and other events and things like that. But there's a lot of this is genealogy, and that's kind of where, and we also come together with our common interest in the founding of America and celebrating our founding principles, our founding fathers, the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, all that great stuff.
So anyone who has an ancestral connection to any of that can participate.
That's correct.
And should participate.
That's correct.
That's when you're talking to people. What are their reactions when they say, "I have a connection to X person who's a patriot"?
They are so excited. You're like, "Oh, let me tell you about Colonel so and so and what they did." And he knew George Washington, and so yeah, it is fantastic. People are so excited to share their stories. There was one gentleman I spoke with just a few hours ago. He had all these great stories, and he said, "But I tell my kids, and they're like, is it online?" And he was so sad because he didn't have anybody to share these stories with. And so being able to associate with other men that have got similar connections, it's like, these are our common values. And it's something you can share those stories with and share, and it really is just the values of the country and keep that part of us strong.
Thank you so much. And it's just remarkable work what you guys are doing. And this is not the first time that they've been at RootsTech, meaning like every year, this is such a passionate group of people that are really wanting to, like you said, just spotlight those values and making sure that everyone can draw value from those patriotic connections. Guys, Thank you so much. I saw you yesterday and we had another gentleman dressed up, and I can't remember which type of war uniform, but it was the coolest thing. These guys are having so much fun. Thank you so much.
We have a color guard that actually goes and does flag ceremonies and marches with other people. Ask us to show up and do participate in things like that.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks
I'm
for
so in awe. And let's take a look over here. I'm going to show you something that they have on their desk. Let me see. Here we go. A gentleman yesterday was showing us just how many different patriots he has in his family tree. And this just really brought to life everything that these gentlemen just described. We've got a patriot here, Jacob Wise, another patriot here. And it just goes down and it shows all of the different patriots in the family up until today, where you have this gentleman, Peter Michael Sweeney. And again, he was dressed up yesterday. We totally missed him, but he just showed, this is my family history. And he was dressed up wearing the uniform of one of the patriots, and the specific uniform that his ancestor wore at that time. So incredible. I don't have cool connections like that, actually, now that I think about it. Thank you so much. Yet, because it's all about discovery. Okay. So we have Family History Guide over here. And here we go. We're passing a bunch of fun people. One of the reasons why you'll notice is that there's not a lot of people walking around at this moment is because there are hundreds of classes happening right now in the halls of the Salt Palace. And for those of you that are tuning in online, you're also participating in those classes. And so when the classes are up, that's when everybody starts walking again. We've got Find My Past, we've got Storied. And again, all of these entities are world-renowned. If you haven't heard about them, now you know about them at RootsTech. I appreciate RootsTech because everyone that we talk to, young and old, no matter where or how much experience they have in family history, it is the most incredible thing that just everyone feels that, they don't give up. No matter where you're at in your family history experience, you don't give up. You have to be really resilient, right? And so talking to people and asking them, why are they here, has been just so eye-opening. And it's just a good remembering. It's good to remember that, you really have to be resilient. So speaking of resilience and speaking of resources and tools and information, Family Search wants to make sure that you have access to all of that. So again, if you're online, come and visit our virtual Family Search booth. Hello. Okay. Okay, so the Family Search booth is full of fun. It's full of demos. We've got live demos. Come on, follow me. We've got engineers that are willing to help you with your discoveries. We've got demos going on, and I'm going to lower my voice a little bit. Because we've got a live demo going on. Family Search Labs. Family Search Labs is where you can have so much fun, guys, because that's where you get to play with all of the new toys that the engineers are developing and that they want your feedback so that we can make sure that we incorporate it into the new experiences and features that are going to make your life with family history so much easier. So Google Family Search Labs. That is a lot of fun. We have, to ensure representation of all of the ancestral homelands, we have our teams from Europe. We have our teams from Latin America. And as we were connecting with the Africa team this morning, we heard about a lady who came and she said she was connecting here with her African roots. And she said, I have so much information about my genealogy that has to do with Europe, but I have no lineage or understanding of my African lineage. And she was talking to them, and they were actually able to connect her to an entire branch of family members that she had no idea about. And it's just, when we heard that, we were like, we need to connect with her. So we're waiting for her to respond to us right now. So really cool things happening. We've got Family Search Labs. Again, if you're wanting to test things that are new to Family Search, that is where you should head. And then we have the Family Search Centers. We have so much available to you. So if you are online or whether you're joining us in person, come to the Expo Hall. This is only half of it. I think I got my 10,000 steps in. But just a reminder to you, for you to not just enjoy what you're seeing with classes online, but to go specifically to the Expo Hall, the virtual version of the Expo Hall. There is so much in store for you. So if you don't have time right now to be able to watch this because it is Friday and you're probably working or whatnot, just a reminder that these hundreds of classes are available to you. We have 11 different MCs, meaning people that are hosting all of the different pieces of content that we've developed for you. These messages, these inspiring messages of people from around the world that are sharing why family history means so much to them. We've got millions of people that are going to be participating. And just one more reminder that every year it is your opportunity to make connections to your relatives at RootsTech. So make sure that you find out who all of the new cousins and connections are that you've made this year. I love that experience. Last year, I probably had like 30 connections, and I checked the other day and I have 90 something. And I have people that are related to me in Argentina, in Brazil, and in Portugal. So I have new cousins that I have to reach out to, and you can actually chat with them. It's the coolest thing. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up right now. A couple of just more interesting things is that we've got 500 plus classes. A lot of them are live and on demand. And what I was saying earlier, which I forgot to finish and wrap up my idea, that's so typical me, is that if you can't watch these classes now, you can create a schedule or you can create a list of anything that is of interest to you. And just a reminder, these classes are for all levels, beginner, advanced, you name it. If you are interested in family history, these are free classes available to you. We have more than 500 classes, 182 live sessions that are available. And get this, because RootsTech is such a worldwide phenomenon, we have 150 new non-English classes. And again, these aren't just classes where you're hearing people share information about family history. You can chat with other participants, and who doesn't love not feeling alone in the discovery space? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you tell us where you're watching from and what your favorite part of RootsTech 2026 has been. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to you later.